Hey guys, welcome to Callous Fight Night. Genesis here, our defending champ surprisingly, since I think he's not known as an ADV player. He knocked off Gaku last week, who had been our defending champ for, I should have done my research before this, but several weeks in a row. But now, we've got a really hard test for him. It's going to be Genesis against Astamatitos, who, shock, you guys will be shocked to learn, is one of the best ADV players in the world. Everybody knows that. He's leading Raikou, which is pretty uncommon. I don't know if that means that he's got a Porygon 2 in the back, or if this is some other team that can exploit Dugtrio, such as coming back over the top with like a DD Mence or something along those lines. Asta's got his own Dugtrio, actually, so he's going to effectively trade. The power didn't matter on the meta, so he's just going to trade with it, and here comes a Gengar threatening a Celebi, which is a switch in for Asta. Looks like a CM spam team of some kind, and there's a miss on Hypnosis and a critical hit Giga Drain. That's going to take out T-Tower. Things looking pretty bad for for Genesis very early on. Now, granted, Snorlax, if Asta's team is what I think it is, some kind of Calm Mind spam, Snorlax is one of the absolute worst Pokemon for Asta's team. It's very difficult to stop. It's not as bad as Blissey, but it's a poke where you basically 2-for-1 yourself every time. Lax more or less kills 2 pokes every time. And not to miss it, but Genesis also got an important crit. The same way Giga Drain crit mattered, so did the Body Slam crit. He didn't find the power with it, but the crit definitely mattered. And here, unfortunately for Asta, that is, there is a power on the Coon after it connects with Hydro Pump. Big Body Slam here, full para. Between the para chance and the chance to simply miss with the imperfect accuracy, there's definitely multiple ways that could have gone wrong, and in fact, it did not connect and kill the Lax. Coon on Coon action here. Astus probably doesn't have rest. Hidden Power here, so they both have offensive Coons. Genesis going for HP Grass or Electric there. It's going to be, looks like Electric, because Grass would have been resisted by the Jirachi that comes in. Clearly a special offense team, a Calm Mind spam team from Asta. We've got ourselves a 2-2 with an unrevealed for both, and there have been a couple of hacks both ways. We have 2 Calm Mind setup Pokemon, Jirachi and Coon, both setting up here. And Coon with Hidden Power Electric is very unlikely to have Roar, so it's not going to be able to phase out the Jirachi. And if they decide to go through the whole way with this, just sit there and boost up, it is very possible that whoever wins this Calm Mind war ends up simply sweeping and winning the game. So the Jirachi usually on this team is Super Rachi, which is an old nickname for a Calm Mind, Fire Punch, Psychic, HP Grass Jirachi, which is usually plus Speed Nature. So the best thing it'll have, presumably, to hit the Coon with is the Hidden Power Grass. And then on the other end, the Coon is going to have either simply just Surf or Hydro Pump. We know it can't have HP Fire for the Rachi because it has HP Electric. But Stab Surf or Stab Hydro Pump would do just fine in this situation. Surf probably being preferable. Hydro Pump obviously packing more of a punch, but if this really does come down to a blow-for-blow situation, the PP may matter. Now, the Jirachi's not going to have Wish, so in that regard, the Jirachi is not going to be able to... Am I missing? There we go. I was worried that maybe Smogon was lagging for a second. No, they were really just taking their time. I was thinking maybe... It would have sucked because it's never happened in Fight Night before, but sometimes Showdown does this weird thing where like it looks like you're in the game, it looks like everything's normal, and then all of a sudden, when you think you're on turn 12, you refresh and you're on turn 30. And I don't know why it does that. But either way, they play it out, and after one more boost, Jirachi gets the better end of it, so Asta knocks out Coon. Last poke for Genesis is Arrow, which is also a Nightmare Pokemon for these Calm Mind teams, so it looks like a good matchup for Genesis all in all, and a good double switch too. He gets the Lax in on the Coon knowing that would come in as fodder. He's going to get more than 0 use out of this Lax that was otherwise very low and very vulnerable, so a solid high level double switch. The critical hit there did not matter. Coon would have died either way. And we've got ourselves a quick 3-3 that's about to not be a 3-3 when Dugtrio clicks EQ. He does exactly that. We've got ourselves now a 2-3 situation, despite what I perceive to be a favorable matchup for Genesis. Nevertheless, the Aerodactyl in the back could be a real issue depending on the last poke for Asta. If it is an aggressive option like old school Jabba style and it's like Titar or something, that's not going to be good, and he's just not going to have a lot of defensive backbone. If it is something a little sturdier, such as a Swampert, which I doubt, or a Porygon 2, which I don't doubt, then we might be having a different conversation. Genesis here with the over predict goes Thunderbolt into it. Now Jirachi comes in. Genesis switches it up on the stay in, goes Ice Punch, does connect, but does only 11%. He goes Hypnosis here, a critical 60-40 turn, and that actually might end up deciding the game depending on what the last poke is. Clearly, it has to be Earthquake here. And Dugtrio would obviously die to this and be outsped, so it depends totally on what the last poke is. We're looking at a Kingdra, so it's a one-turn opportunity for Aerodactyl to get a crit with Earthquake. Likewise, Asta, if he has Hydro Pump instead of Surf, which we see that he does, could simply miss the Hydro Pump, but neither of those things occur. There is no crit, there is no Hydro Pump miss, and as such, Genesis7, a flash in the pan, an exciting champion with the upset over Gaku, and he played reasonably well and had a decent game here against Asta, but Asta is simply too good, and he is going to dethrone Genesis and be our new CALLOUS Fight Night champion. So the question, as always, becomes who is going to challenge our champion, and we're going to find that out together. Private convo here with Tricking that may or may not have to do with CALLOUS Invitational 4, which is up and coming, boys, if you didn't know that already. So get your ass in this channel and talk some CALLOUS Invitational with me. We've already got $450+ in donations, so get involved with that. And I'm not going to click on this whole running list. It's top secret. What I will do is I'll come in here and see what we're working with. Man, our challenger pool is has grown quite a bit. I remember when I was having the opposite problem, but I'm glad we have a lot of people that are interested in this. Man, Golden Sun's been waiting forever. I personally, I'm unbiased. I'd be happy with anybody, but I would like to see Golden Sun, because he's been waiting so long, get pulled and get a chance to do this. Plus, that would be a great match against Asta. But alrighty, let's do some math here. 26, 31, 34, 37. What do we get? 41 here is what I think I just came up with doing some quick math. 22, 27, 31, 34, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, quick math. All right, you guys know the deal by now. We've been doing this how many weeks now? So 1 through 4100, make some big number. Set it back to 41, and then we're just going to generate. We're going to do it one time only, and whatever it is, and hopefully we have ourselves a good match. Somebody against Asta next week. Number 36, that is not Golden Sun. Let's see who that is. Number 36. So, 21, 26, 33. Is it Water Mess? Want to make sure that that's right here. 26. 26, 30, yeah, I think that's Water Mess. I think we have Water Mess against Astamatitos next week. I'm second guessing myself. I want to check this one more time. 26, 31, 34. Yep, it is Water Mess. Water Mess against Astamatitos next week. We've got an up-and-comer against a very established player who's been around for a long time. Very opposites here. Sometimes opposites attract and make for great content. Let's find out. I'll see you guys next week.